Hello everyone and welcome back to our videos. Today we are gonna talk about part throttle operation, full throttle engine, how to make maintenance for the engine, and what are the sources of procedures or instruction that you have to guide it. Also types of maintenance. After that we are gonna talk about cleaning of the engine and the types of cleaning our engine. At the last we are gonna talk about engine trimming and the causes for making trimming for our engine. Part throttle or flat rated engine. This means that the engine produces takeoff thrust before the power lever is advanced to full position in sea level condition. So this type of engine, it will produce thrust that allowed for takeoff before the lever arrived or the throttle arrived to the full position. That's the meaning of part throttle. On the other hand, when the part throttle operates on non-standard sea level condition, the takeoff thrust obtained by advancing the power lever further forward than when operating at the sea level condition. So when the aircraft will flying on non-standard sea level, the power lever it will be or the throttle it will be furthermore than when the aircraft on a sea level. You must careful when operating part throttle on the ground to avoid advancing the throttle and exceeding the takeoff thrust setting, especially in cold days. Most commercial turbine engines are part throttle, full throttle engine. With full throttle engine, the takeoff thrust obtained when the power lever is advanced to full throttle position on standard sea level. That means the engine will arrive to the takeoff thrust when the lever or our throttle arrive to the full position. So this is the opposite of part throttle engine. With this type of full throttle engine, the thrust output increase as temperature decreased, and the opposite, the throttle or the full throttle engine thrust will decrease when the temperature increased. With full throttle engine is equipped with automatic limiting devices in fuel control unit to prevent engine damage caused by overspeed or over temperature. Maintenance. When we make maintenance for our engine, we have to follow procedures and instruction. These procedures and instruction it will came from the engine manufacturers, and also it's approved from the FAR Federal Aviation Regulation and FAA Federal Aviation Administration. Engine manufacturers are responsible for providing maintenance and overhaul information in the instructions for continued airworthiness. The Federal Aviation Regulation required that each set of maintenance manuals provided detailed servicing information, troubleshooting guides, and schedule for cleaning, inspection, adjusting, testing, and lubrication part of the engine. The FAA Federal Aviation Administration approved set of maintenance manuals must include section entitled Airworthiness Limitation, which set forth mandatory replacement time, inspection interval, component cycle limits. So what about types of maintenance? We have two types of maintenance. The first one, line maintenance. The second one, shop maintenance. The line maintenance It's any type of maintenance that can be done while the engine installed on an aircraft. The shop maintenance, it is any maintenance that requires the engine to be removed from the aircraft. So the line maintenance, like inspection the oil, this like overhaul of the engine. Field cleaning. A gas turbine engine must be periodically cleaned. If this not done, the compressor efficiency will decrease as dirt, oil and soot accumulate. The flying condition that require engine to be cleaned. The first one, decrease in engine efficiency and poor acceleration. The second one, reduce in engine pressure ratio. The third one, excessive exhaust gas temperature. The fourth one, aircraft operated near salt water. So if one of these happen to our aircraft, you have to make cleaning for the aircraft. What are the methods that required to make cleaning for the aircraft? We have two methods of cleaning. The method used to remove dirt, salts and corrosion deposit from inside turbine engine are fluid wash, abrasive, grade blast. The first one, fluid wash cleaner, it consists of demineralized water or emulsion. They are sprayed into an air intake. Use of water alone. The water alone used to remove salt deposits and is referred to desalination water. On the other hand, fluid wash using an emulsion cleaner followed by water raised is typically used to remove a packed on dirt as soot deposit. This type of wash called performance recovery wash. That means when you make demineralized water or emulsion sprayed, you have after them use a clean water or free water to make your cleaning good. Here, when performing a fluid wash, pouring or spraying the wash liquid into the compressor inlet while the engine is motored with the starter. This is known as motoring wash. This done with a turboprop at speed range 10 to 25% in turboprop engine, but on larger turbojet or turbofan engine accomplished while the engine at idle and the power is 60%. The second type of cleaning is abrasive grit blast. This cleaning procedures accomplished when the compressor contamination is too heavy. This method accomplished by injection and abrasive grit such as carboblast with or which contain ground walnut shell or apricot bits. This procedure provides longer time interval between cleaning. The last thing we will talk about today, engine trimming. Engine trimming refers to process that an engine fuel control is adjusted to allow an engine produce its maximum rate thrust. Engine trimming performed when if we have one of these things, we have to make trimming for our engine. After engine change, after fuel control unit change, and whenever engine doesn't produce its maximum thrust. So if one of these three things happen, you have to make adjusting or trimming for the engine. Manual trimming procedures vary from engine to another models. Therefore, you should follow the specific procedure in the engine maintenance manual. So, when you want to make trimming for the engine, you have to back to engine maintenance manual and follow the instruction for make trimming. The aircraft should be pointed into the wind. If the velocity of the wind is too great, will produce low trim setting. So the air, it will affect when you make setting. So you have to should point it into the wind. And when we see here in this figure, this is the location of our trimming. This for idle, and here we have this for making our trimming. Engine trimming is accomplished during running the engine by trimming the screw type adjustment on the engine fuel control unit.